time for a cup of coffee and let's have a quick chat. Because I'm noticing some really strange things in the market, and I don't know whether you are, but let's talk about it. JobKeeper, eh? It's just been relaunched yet again, which, let's be honest, when it first came out, was a beautiful thing the Australian government did to support businesses in these unparalleled times. And as we roll into the second round of JobKeeper, a couple of things which I want to note is acknowledging those businesses which have had the economic downturn. My heart goes out to you. Absolutely terrible, and there's lots of industries which have been mandated, and it's through no fault of their own. But there are other industries where choice does exist. So let me stop and continue that train of thought for a little bit further. What do we know? Well, we know the rules for JobKeeper are slightly changed. We know the amount slightly changed. But we also know that the Australian government's saying it's going to be another 6 months. This thing's going to go all the way to March, which is terrifying. Why is it terrifying? See, JobKeeper is a beautiful thing. It provides a level of comfort and support, but it also enables apathy. What do you mean? Well, you see, at the moment, what I'm seeing in the Australian market, and I'm sure that you are too, because many of you may fall into this. Some of the businesses, some of my clients, are just thriving and doing really well, and yet there are others which are just, hiding in a corner, going fetal, waiting for the world to end. And they're going, it's okay, I've got JobKeeper. The business which is thriving, they're thriving for the mere fact that they've shown some degree of innovation. They've taken on new products, new processes, and new ways in order to deal with the changing market conditions we sit in. And whether that be providing new services for a decentralised workforce or new product lines in order to meet the market's needs. Right here, right now, that level of innovation is an absolute must. Because if you aren't being innovative, if you're doing what you've always done, except you're doing it from a decentralised workforce, or what's going to happen in the end of March to you? Two things are going to happen. The first thing, that yes, your business is going to be have all of these pain points, because you don't have the turnover, you don't have the client relationships, you don't have the penetration. But here's something far more scary. You're now going to be so far behind because your vertical market industry that you reside in, players have come out of nowhere and have passed you. Why? Because they showed innovation. Why? Because they dared to be different. Why? Because they actually broke the mould. It is understandable when JobKeeper first came out that yes, none of us knew what to do. I didn't, you didn't. But by the end of JobKeeper, you've had 12 months to actually implement the appropriate changes and develop the systems, processes and go-to-market strategy. And you've got time to implement it. Now, what I'm employing you to do right now, I'm hoping this kind of resonates and you go, yeah, I'm on the money, because I don't want to be rude, but on this one, I'm on the money. Now's the time to stop and think. If your business is doing what it's always done, and right here you're not getting what you deserve to get, it's the time for innovation. It's the time for you to sit down and review what is your core business, what's missing, why isn't this working? Because there are plenty of people going out there with, at the moment in the Australian market going, oh, this is the new normal. And it's not. It's not acceptable. I'm not seeing the business owners, the CEOs going, this is okay. They're going, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what the future looks like. So therefore, it's time for us as business owners to bring back the control. And the control of business owners, you only have two choices, and it doesn't matter what I say, but we only have two choices. We either sell more or we spend less. So therefore, we acknowledge that spending less is not necessarily the right thing to do, because in that you're going to lose resource. So therefore, to sell more, how are you going to sell more? What are we actually going to take to market? How are you going to change your systems and processes to make them more effective to your client base? These are not simple things. But they are, and it starts with a very simple question. Ask, how can I help? How can I support you? How's your world? Sounds silly, doesn't it? But that's how you grow your business. If you don't have this running through your head now, what's your business going to look like in 6 months' time? Because as JobKeeper, this round of JobKeeper is less than the last round of JobKeeper financially, and the next iteration of JobKeeper after this round is even less again. If you don't start to focus on growth, if you don't change your systems and processes to enable growth, this thought process, you'll be wishing you thought about this 6 months ago. On that note, time to go to work. Take care.